My favorite Nick Swardson project. I love Pretend Time. That's your thing. But the one that you didn't create, I should say, Reno 911. And it's coming back, Nick. Are we going to see Terry in the new episodes?
Terry's not in the new episodes. We're still figuring. We'll see.
That looked like the most fun gig to have. I mean, the outfits, the small sombrero, the rollerblades, playing with guns.
It was pretty great. It was great. It wasn't pretty great. It was great. And I created the character. They had created the show. And so I kind of came up with the character. And I've told this story on stage a lot, but they told me the show was going to get canceled right away. So they were like, think of something insane to do, like an insane character. And they wanted a criminal because they were the police officers, obviously. So I created Terry, and they literally thought it was going to get canceled immediately. And it was on for 7 years. And my character took off, so they kept bringing it back I did the most episodes outside of the police. And so I was just Terry. Like, I couldn't, 7 years. I had to keep thinking of stuff. Then I became obsessed with it, so I was buying outfits for Terry. So then I would be at stores and buying outfits, and then, before people knew who I was, they were like, "Why is this guy buying this like half tee?" It was bizarre.
Did you get better, progressively better at roller skating?
No, I was terrible the whole time. The big crescendo was the movie Reno 911 Miami, and I wipe out in the movie. You can see it, and they kept it in. I was like, "You should keep that." I do, and it's not even like I did a crazy move and wiped out. I was roller skating to the limousine and took like a little wipey. I don't know what happened, but I skinned my knee a little bit, but they kept it in the movie. It's pretty funny.
It's pretty much entirely improvised, right? I'm sure you have the idea of the scene and you went into it. But
it's entirely improvised. We have a scene and kind of a topic. Like, they'll be like, okay, we're going to pull up to the taco stand and ask you about your taxes or something.
Yeah.
Or they'll be like, hey, we're going to bust you in the restroom with some guy. Yeah. So when I go back and watch episodes, it's like fun for me because I don't remember what I said.
I mean,
so it's also weird when people quote it. So I'm like, what is that? And they're like, that's Reno. It's Terry. You said that. And I'm like, I did? And they were like, yeah. And I'm like, oh. They were all great at improvising. So, our big goal was to make each other laugh. That's why it was so outlandish, especially Terry, because I was just trying to think of what I could say to make them laugh and break the scene.
I mean, and there were times when you almost lost it, when you almost broke.
Oh, yeah. I would, yeah, when they would call me out on stuff, they're like, Terry, what does that mean? And I would be
like, I was voted smartest at my family reunion, hands down.
Yeah, hands down.
That's not a second thing, Terry.
Yeah, I broke on that one.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I would break a lot with Sandler too. When I do movies with Adam, that's one person where I break a lot with him.
You've been a part of that Happy Madison crew for so long. Do you remember the first time you met the Sandman and how that relationship started?
Nope. I passed out. I was at home and I woke up and I was in a race car bed.
Yeah.
And they were like, action. No, I met him. He was a fan of my stand-up and called my manager, which it turned out we were with the same management company. And I went into his office and met him. And Grandma's Boy was the first thing that they had for me. So they were like, we have the script. It's a PG-13 romantic comedy, but we want it to be rated R and fucking insane. So they knew I was a writer. So they were like, will you rewrite it and you can write yourself into the movie? And they were like, do whatever you want. Make it just insane.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, all right. And so I did. And then from there, it turned into Benchwarmers. And then from there, I started working with Adam on his stuff.
In quarantine, maybe you have time now to read the Grown Ups 3 script written by Tom Scharpling that went viral a few months ago. I sent it to you, Nick.
Oh, did you? A couple people had sent it to me, but I never read it. And I heard it was really good.
It's hysterical. It's about a psycho killer stalking the Happy Madison guys at a lake house in New Hampshire. Sandler's in it, KJ, Rock Schneider, Alan Covert, Spade, and you, Nick. You're a big role and a sympathetic character, I should say.
Yeah, I gotta read that. I've been hearing a lot about it, and I thought it was just a joke. I'm like, oh, okay, that's funny. And then people are like, no, it's real. And I'm like, no, it's not. And they're like, no, it's fucking real.
I mean,
it's a full feature film.
Full
But
length.
I don't know if we can do Grown Ups 3. There's some problems with the rights.
I assume Quibi owns it now. They're snatching up everything.
They bought all the rights to my home footage growing up.
Tom Scharpling is probably willing to direct if you're willing to try to get this movie off the ground. So could you?
If I was the only one that came back and nobody else did? Like, what about the leads of the movie? No.
I'll be an EP in this thing. I'll put my savings into this. Tom wants to make it happen. I think, well, maybe not.
Isolate Night with Scott Rogowski, live every Sunday through Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern.